That was my face, but
It was, I'm sorry. It was one of those days. So I would like to call to order the October 17th, 2023 Batavia Park District Board of Commissioners regular board meeting to order at 7:08. Please call the roll.
Larson.
Aye.
Bell.
Aye.
Tillman.
here.
Gray.
Here.
And Conley.
Here. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any items to be added, removed, or changed on the agenda?
There are none.
Excellent. So then, first order of business would be the consent agenda. So establish the consent agenda as follows. The approval of the meeting minutes of the regular board meeting of September 19th, 2023. Approval of the paid expenditures, approval of the expense approval report, approval of the investment summary, approval of the income statement, and approval of purchases.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. Any further discussion? Council, please call the roll.
Tillman.
Aye.
Gray.
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Bell. And Conley.
Aye. Motion carries. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is guests, matters from the public. Okay, seeing none, moving on. Next is matters from the commissioners. Anybody want to make any public comments this evening? Got nothing? All right. Parks Foundation.
That was fast. I'm trying to decipher between the instructions and the written part. Bert had something that said, pick up paper, smile. Those are the parts you don't read out loud. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity to provide updates from the Batavia Parks Foundation. My name's Adam Thorne. I'm finishing up my first year as a foundation board member. Am I audible? Am I good? Okay. I'm pleased to be here tonight. Smile. Representing the foundation to share our September, October updates as our 20th anniversary year is wrapping up. Our final pitch in the parks for 2023 was held on Saturday, September 16th, in partnership with the Kane County Forest Preserve on It's Our Fox River Day at Glenwood Forest Preserve in Batavia. We had a terrific turnout. Give a few comments since you were there. I thought that was an amazing event to go to for a cleanup because I pulled up and I assumed there was something else going on. There were about 60 cars there. I think Brent was there. Were you there? Or someone with a beard? If you knew someone beyond him with a beard, you could say it was you would take credit for it. I remember you. Yes. Josh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a lot of people. Good coverage. Found a lot of interesting things out in the woods, which they make movies about that. But yeah, so it was neat to see the turnout on that one. Batavia danced and sang in the rain at the 2023 Peace Day on September 21st. The foundation was joined by multiple other nonprofits, including Batavia United Way, Water Street Studios, Batavia Women's Club, Fox Valley Women's League of Voters, the Valley Sheltered Workshop, and the Batavia Park District as activity hosts. Those that braved the weather enjoyed the sing-along. Batavia Academy of Dancers performed with single and group dancing. We had musicians, we had yoga, tie-dyeing, painting of rocks, button making, other crafts, and other ways of finding peace in the park. So I think that's going to grow. I think there's been discussions of Peace Day kind of evolving, hopefully down the years. We have plans we probably haven't shared with anyone else, but we see food, rides, maybe funnel cakes. Funnel cakes. It's a prediction. A final thank you to our Peace Day presenting sponsor, Rotary Club of Batavia, and community sponsors, Batavia Park District, Drendel and Jansen's, and Kiss the Sky, our entertainment sponsor. The pop-ups in the park season finished up September 23rd at the Park District's popular Pints by the Pond event. The foundation enjoyed being outside on a beautiful, seasonable day. That was a nice gift of the day. Hosting a free bags toss area, the foundation had the Money to Burn raffle, the long toss competition for bags, and we're looking forward to a long winter's nap and planning for the 2024 season as we're sputtering out now. The foundation's 20th anniversary project, the Peace on Earth permanent artwork, received a construction permit from the city and is targeting installation soon. The metal letter fabrication and white powder coating is complete with letters ready to hang. The Peace on Earth construction team of Pat, Josh, Jim, Britta, Dennis, and Craig are waiting for the weather window to open in the Park District, or with the Park District, because that's you guys. Looking forward to the cutting of the ribbon with the project alongside with the Park District and the celebration of lights coming up after Thanksgiving. So that's something to look forward to. We always hope to have it up by Peace Day. The best laid plans of mice and men get, that wraps up the news part, except for I did hear from Katie O'Brien, shout out, that for Giving Tuesday coming up November 28th, we'll be set up at Limestone, 8 a.m. to noon with at least one booth. We may have a second booth somewhere else around town. And final shout out to the Batavia High School Marching Band. Are we allowed to do shout outs?
Sure. Shout out.
Batavia Marching Band, High School Marching Band got first place in their division at the Naperville competition this last weekend. Is headed to ISU for state competition. Go Bulldogs. And I turn it over to you. Thank you.
Man. Thank you for the entertainment as well as the report.
That was great.
Lord, do you have any questions for Adam? Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Moving
moving
to
on.
the gallery.
So next item is presentations, the annual operations report for the Hall Quarry Beach.
All right, you get it over to Brittany.
Awesome. All right, Julie and I are going to take the mic over here. And we'll get started.
All right, so my name is Julie Bonner. I'm the Aquatics and Facilities Supervisor here at Park District, and I'm going to be going over the 2024 report. For our report contents, these include the going over this evening, so we have staff listing, season summary, membership pass sales, daily admission, group admission, upcoming special events for 2024, personnel, school lessons, financials, and our marketing and promotions. So staff listing, I wanted to first start off with this slide. As we know, the quarry is a true club group, and a lot of you guys on this list are in this group, and I want to give you a shout out this morning. I really thank all you guys. I would be able to find summer without you, so appreciate it. Yeah.
So I'm going to start off and talk about our season operations. We opened up this year on May 27th, August 13th. This year we had consistent hours this last year, a little bit later times on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It was our second year that we've had our north entrance open for season pass holders. We got lots of comments, really great comments on our survey that we'll kind of go over later. We're going to continue to do that going forward. Perfect, so season passes, this year we sold a total of 2,552 passes. A little bit less than last year, but we more than made up for it in our daily admissions that we'll talk about a little bit later. Concession stand, pretty consistent to last year's offerings, but we're really excited. We're working on for next year in 2024 an AC machine. So we're gonna bring ice and stuff for their kids. Yeah, so we're excited about that. I want to highlight the revenue. So in 2022, we brought in 54,000, a little bit over. This year's 62. So we're really excited about how popular it is this summer.
Several hundred were my daughter, I bet.
For our rental offerings, we offered 2 different types of rentals. The first one was our after-hour rental. That was on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It was $400 for residents and $450 for non-residents. Up there it shows it allowed 50 guests. We supplied 8 lifeguards, 1 on-site manager, and access to all water features, grassy area, and same level. The other offering was a deck rental, so it was $125 to reserve the deck, along with the daily admission fee for each of the guests. And we hosted 16 after-hour rentals and 9 deck rentals, so that brought in a total of $8,250.
That's great. Yeah.
For our
Pretty
membership
cheap, to be
passes, as Brady stated, we sold both season and regular season passes. The categories over there, you can see exactly how many passes we sold for each category. And then on the right, we show the marriage shows all the revenue for the 2023 and the previous seasons. And as you can see, we sold $156,656 worth of passes, which was more than last year.
So the past number was a little bit lower than last year, but we increased some of our pricing, so it is higher than revenue. Awesome. So daily admissions, we offered for non-resident, resident. We made $221,000 this year, which was way over our projected of 170. So that was great. It was a great year for Corey. Lots of non-residents visiting us on weekends, bringing parties, having rentals. So we were very excited to see those numbers. Something else was a big improvement from last year to this year, our group admission. So what that is our camps that visit us. We kind of went over this with all the camps. So we have over 15 park districts, 10 other groups that visited us. So last year we brought in almost $6,000 in revenue in a group. This year we did $24,000.
Wow.
So we're working with marketing to kind of put a package together to get people to come to the quarry, come to the depot, get camps to kind of visit Batavia all day long. So we're excited to introduce those numbers.
I just wanted to ask real quick.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, that's a large jump from year to year. I mean, from a marketing perspective, that's awesome. What do you think changed from last year to this year that increased it? Are you guys promoting in other, cities, publications or things like that? I mean, did you get any feedback on like why? I mean, that's a significant jump.
A lot of it, honestly, from what I saw anyway, was the farm districts. And they brought in so many kids to visit. Last year we had groups ranging from like 25 to 50 people. Some of the groups we had were like 125, 250.
So is that just,
Yeah,
so is that just word of mouth between partners?
That's what I'm thinking.
Opportunities, I know other people in different districts, I can kind of promote each other's.
Who do you know?
stuff.
Brookfield.
Yeah, we're like, come to us. And a lot of these are who've been here before, so things word of mouth because they come year after year. They're like, hey, this rec supervisor knows, York Center, and they're going to tell them how great it was. So I think it's a lot of work.
I mean, that bodes well for, the collaboration between the different park districts in our community in general. I mean, I know Sensation likes to go do, field trips. I mean, the kids like to do field trips to someone else's aquatic, feature. So, it's good. Building those relationships that's a big thing. I mean, that's a huge jump. That's really great for
Well,
us.
even the board supporting professional involvement because everyone here's involved with, IPRA and Brittany's Sprout this year and it's that networking.
Yeah,
that really
absolutely.
helps a lot.
That's really great. That's really great. Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
That I like is once they come again, so we're seeing a lot of that.
Well, it's different than a pool too. It's like an adventure. So,
That's the tights. That's a weird.
Yeah. So that was one of our biggest changes that we're really excited about.
yeah, no, that's great.
For our upcoming special events for 2024, we have our Water Olympics, which is just fun activities for kids during some of our rest breaks. So we have splash contests, pool contests, chalk drawing contests, sand contests, different things. And then Christmas in July, that was actually this year's event, was the first time we did Christmas in July. It's a huge success. As you can see from the pictures, the light parties came down and on some of the fun. And I do have a video of Santa going on the high dive, so that was cool. Yeah, he killed it. Yeah. So that was really fun. We'll have that one again on Friday, July 19th. And then our So Long Summer Swim. It's kind of a farewell to the 2024 season with some extended hours. And that'll be on Friday, August 9th, from 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, so personnel. This year, the board employed 74 part-time staff members. Breaking that down, we had 86 lifeguards, 21 admission and concession staff, 4 managers, including 1 assistant manager and then 2 custodians. And then down at the chart there, you can see our actual salaries compared to what we projected. We did go a little bit over budget. However, I did want to thank the board and take this moment for increasing those hourly wages. It allowed us to stay competitive in some other areas, and it gave me a lot of great chances. So,
It's
appreciate
staff
that.
before everybody else, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And we're,
Yep.
people does that.
Yes, exactly. And then swim lessons. This year, we actually adopted a new swimming curriculum, so we called the Start Their Swimming program. And it actually really helped the lifeguards, for our instructors, and it was great for the kids who were enrolled in the program too. And then we saw an increase of about $435 for our revenue from this year. And then our bottom line financials, we have our revenue compared to our expenses. You can see for what we budgeted versus our actual, we were over by about $40,000, which was great. And then our expenses, we were actually under for that as well. So, and you can see at the bottom there, our projected actual profit versus what we lost.
Nice.
Awesome. So, Katie, if you want to jump in at all, I'll kind of go over it. So we did coupon sales, which were a big hit for Corey. We even midsummer like sold out of them, so we had to get even more. We sold over 5,000 of them for over $58,000. So that was a great help for all.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I didn't even know Groupon was a thing
I know
anymore.
Groupon was gone.
We're keeping it afloat.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Ba-doom
Compared
chair.
to last year, we made 25,000. So I mean, it was a big jump. We had way more. Yeah, I didn't think we were about the thing either. It kind of goes over, this is another report too, but it goes over the health rate we received, the average of a 4.75 rating online, and that's in our survey results too. We're gonna go up there. Yeah, social media breakdown. I don't know if you want to hit on this one, just, here's some of the posts that you made.
Okay, so Facebook posts started in March. I was not here then, but the marketing staff did an excellent job with the launch of the season pass sales as well as keeping it in the feed continuously. So there were 80 posts starting in the beginning of March up through the very end closing, ranging from come do day pass, come celebrate our events, and then purchase your season passes. The total post reach for the entire summer across those 80 posts are 325,000 accounts. That's not views, that's people's actual accounts. So that is significantly larger than our area. It incorporates all of the Fox River and then some of our marketing pushes where we did reach out into some of the surrounding areas because there's a trend in aquatics for people to go on trips, to have that experience where, same with playgrounds where people want to take their children to experience something new, and so they will travel a distance to come. So that was where some of the paid advertising from social media went out a little bit further to reach that. The next one with impressions, 426,000, so almost 500,000 impressions, are the number of times that ads and posts were viewed by those accounts. So it's a total account, so we had 300 something accounts. And then the number of reactions, which is always exciting from the marketing department, that we had 4,000 people engage with the post. And a lot of those were directly to purchase passes. Because all of those links, that's what we're driving them either to purchase our pass, to learn about ours, or to encourage them to take that one step further to make that purchase. So that's what your link click, and I'm super excited about that link click because those are people who were interested, who probably ended up converting into paid visitors. We only used one Facebook event. It brought in, that's something that I'm very big about is Facebook events, and so that is something that I made sure happened. So you'll see that that's kind of that first one that came in. People really engage, and it is a passive way for us to get our events because people are looking for something to do. That's kind of where we're so you'll start seeing more of those Facebook events. A little bit into newsletters. The email newsletter that came out for the first one was on March 7th, announcing the beginning of the sales for season passes. So that was a dedicated email specifically about season passes, and then that went out to our entire mailing list. Emails did go out to previous pass holders just to remind them to repurchase, but that came from the rec department. That was not handled through marketing. And then the Hall Beach Quarry was included in 6 of the district's monthly emails in the prime location. So every month when that came out, it was about purchase your passes or day passes. And when we looked through all of the answers and just seeing the click-throughs, the Hall Quarry Beach was very, very popular. It was one of the highest clicks in all of our emails. So we're very happy where that landed in our emails, and we're excited to add a couple of new things for next year.
And then lastly, wrapping it up here with our season pass holder survey results. So at the end of each holder each season, we send out a season pass holder survey to kind of gauge feedback and figure out what our season pass holders like and do. So I included some of the positive feedback highlights here. So if you guys want to read through them, feel free. Some of them include great place, always fun and well maintained. Have been to the Quarry for the last 35 years and great, lovely ultimate experience that the Quarry provides. Thank you for keeping the Quarry open all these years. Lifeguards are rock stars. I can attest to that. We had such a blast as a family at the Quarry. My stepkids and we got to visit as well. Great time and memories. Thank you to all the gardens. So, a lot of positive feedback and vibes. So,
Well, I also want to give props to Julie in Britain too, of course. Julie incentivized the lifeguards by creating Julie bucks. And kind of like Alfred E. Newman money, and a game where there's a picture of Julie's face on these dollars, on these bucks, and they literally have to earn them, and so they're copying good.
Julie Book. I know.
And what do they earn with the Julie buck?
They can either earn a free item at the concession stand, so hot dog, pretzel, hot candy, or they can collect them at the end of the season, and then if they have the most, they'll get a piece of card.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to just end the report by saying how proud I am of Julie's success here at the Quarry. I see a lot of myself in Julie. She's very organized, safety's number one, so kudos to Julie. Yeah, great job.
Great report.
It's definitely a positive, feel-good story of the year that, you know.
Next time, don't wait till the end for those Julie bucks. You should leave.
I'd like to see a picture of one.
Taylor, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how it was.
But that is, it's just a brilliant, it's a simple but really brilliant idea that obviously works.
Tangible thing.
Yeah.
People are competitive and they like to win things.
And they're high school kids, yeah. There's a neat picture, all these kids saving up their money at the last day, and they found out they didn't get ultimately win their pizza card, they're going to concessions.
Well, they're getting like Cody.
I would tell you all the rehabs.
Building, she had
Yeah.
at Oak Creek, her staff, she did a really nice job including those Julie bucks. So
That's how you get them back next year, Julie. That's how you get them all come back next year, Julie.
That's right.
It's the retention.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda is correspondence, so I'll acknowledge 2 pieces of correspondence. An email to Recreation Supervisor Bethany acknowledging Kids Club staff at Grace McWayne and recognizing staff member Macy Rummel. Oh, is that correct?
Yep.
And then a thank you to Recreation Supervisor Julie Golnier. How do you say it? Galana. From a couple who recently celebrated their wedding reception at Shannon Hall. It was very nice.
The pictures are great.
Yeah. So beautiful in there. Was that the one a couple weeks ago? Yeah.
That's awesome. Excellent. We'll put those on record. And next is announcements. Hayden,
Excellent. Ready?
all you.
Okay. Good evening, Batavia. Are you looking for something to do this Friday? Nightmare at West Main Haunted Trail takes place this Friday, October 20th, from 7 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. at West Main Park. Purchase your tickets early and save. Day-of tickets are $12 per person. It's going to be a hauntingly good time. It's time to vote. Voting begins Thursday, October 19th on the district's Facebook page for this year's Halloween house decorating contest. Do you want to see the houses in person? The Halloween decoration map will be available on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock on Facebook. Don't wait until the buzzer. Winter Youth Basketball League registration for 3rd through 8th grade closes November 6th. Fall second session programs begin in 2 weeks. Programs include drama, card making, youth athletics, and senior programs. Check out all the program offerings at BataviaParks.org. The Peace on Earth bridge letters are coming back permanently, and you get to be part of the dedications. The ceremonial ribbon cutting and dedication of the permanent Peace on Earth bridge letters is November 26th at 3 o'clock p.m. before the celebration of lights. The letters will be lit on the bridge at 7 o'clock p.m. following the celebration of lights. Be a part of Batavia's history. Okay, are you ready for something delightful? Celebration of Lights is back on November 26th at the Riverwalk. This free community favorite features 25 festively lit trees, crafts, story times, live reindeers, and a visit from Santa. Festivities begin at 5 o'clock with the tree lighting ceremony beginning at 5:30. It's beginning to feel a lot like winter fun guide season. The winter guide hits homes the week of November 20th. Registration begins November 27th for Batavia Park District residents, and out-of-district registration will begin December 4th. Are you feeling left out? Stay up to date on the Park District news by following the district on social media or by joining the district's mailing list on the website. And this October, remember to take a moment to fall in love with your local park again. The leaves are starting to change and the autumnal colors are striking. And so thank you for listening, and remember to play your way, Batavia.
Thank you. That was awesome. All right, staff reports. Allison, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, so we're gonna start first up to Deb. Basically, Director Benny's
Our GO bonds are due November 1st, so the payment for those will be sent next week ahead of the due date. The 2024 budget continues to move forward. Hopefully we can get some dates scheduled for our upcoming CDP and board budget retreat.
Seems like a year.
This is not as interesting as hers.
I'm trying my best. Maybe we need to flip the order.
I think this is all the
That's a good suggestion.
That was a tough show to follow. Tough one to follow.
It's finance can be after not so. Sorry, it's hard to follow.
And then we are in the middle of our Paycor implementation, so switching over from ADP to Paycor for our payroll processing. Our first payroll through Paycor is going to be next week. Staff has already started using Paycor for time cards, and we're excited about changing.
Is that an app for everything?
They do have a mobile app option.
That's cool.
It doesn't change the pay frequency or anything, right? Or is it just, it's just the payment system?
Just the system.
Our part-time people, they use the app for this. Right.
They can use the app, or there's a desktop browser version of it as well.
When I started here, it was like, let's go to the fancy game. Yeah.
Well, I remember one of the last few years I was coaching, we started using that mobile app. That was, I'm glad we're extending that.
Payment systems.
You gotta come join finance.
Good try. Speaking of Josh?
Yeah. Wanted to throw an update on top of the foundation's update about POE, Peace on Earth. But we have a tentative installation date for next Tuesday. So, we get a couple letters up and it's nice. That's the goal. So, to have enough whole community.
You mean, you guys are gonna hang them?
Yep.
Or, I mean. That was gonna be like some kind of big exciting unveiling.
We're gonna do
Oh.
a test run first.
Yeah, we have to get them hung first, and then.
So in my mind, you guys are hanging them while we're all there,
No,
we cheer.
This is gonna be a process. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna, how many, like, how?
It's like, my mind is It's a montage, it's a movie montage.
He thinks it's a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it's a movie montage.
Exactly, it just happened.
I
We'll put those inside your house.
anticipate a few days installation, at least installation.
How are they looking?
Yeah, no, they're about great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've been working, staff has been working with Upland Design on the signs. So we are going to be working also with community engineering to do a stormwater study out there. Just kind of maintenance and see how everything's held up since the last time we went out there. So I'm very excited to be getting that going here. Great.
All right. Just keep getting more and more exciting as we go along, right?
I hope
You're the baseline, right?
A couple of big projects we've been working on are, we've been working on turf renovation, fall turf renovation after all of our seasons are over with for any of our ball fields, football fields, soccer fields, and all of our softball fields, plus the Riverwalk. And we've been doing all of our aerating and overseeding and trying to keep everything healthy. So that takes a good amount of effort to do that, to make sure we do it every year, at least once. And then another project we've been working on out at West Main is the creating a brand new path for the S'mores and Moors event. With the construction going on out at Fabian Bliss and Main Street, we had to completely reroute our pathway for our wagon rides. So that was a pretty big project in order to get it all clear cut and leveled out and smooth for the wagon, so it's not too bumpy. So those are two pretty big projects. And then lastly, I just wanted to invite everybody to our annual luncheon at the parks maintenance facility on October 31st from 11 to 1.
These are brat lunch.
Our brat luncheon. We invite all of our vendors that we work with, everybody like that. Lots of people, lots of vendors, and good food. So 11 to 1, October 31st.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
And that's.
Did we get a meeting notice for that?
We did.
Okay, I thought so.
Awesome. We'll expect you.
I like brats.
I do too.
Well, and cooked by our first one.
Yeah, yeah. We do it all.
Eric from Bath? He does? He does. The last one. And that S'mores and More event that Kim was referencing was sold out for 2 months. So that's always been.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's a great event.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, yep.
All right, Lynn, you got this.
I know, the pressure's on and it's not, it's HR, it's not really exciting.
I'm really excited about the next phase of Paycor. So we rolled out the time and attendance. Next is recruiting. Who doesn't love recruiting? And onboarding. But we are excited about this because we're dropping, just to give a visual for the newer board members, we used to have like 4 platforms that we worked off, and we're rolling it all into this one. So now instead of having employees, it's really going to save time on staff, as well as not making it have the human error of data entry, because as an employee themselves, once they fill out their application, all that data goes right into the onboarding process. And they just go in and kind of correct things and do the taxing and stuff like that. So it takes that step out, which was really like 3 steps, because there's 3 processes to it. So we are excited about it. All the new employees that are starting now, we're testing it with them. So the new Kids Club employees that we just onboarded, they're going through the Paycor system. We're kind of seeing how that's working out and if there's any kinks. So that's next stage, and then we'll be training the staff on it. And then we'll be posting all our positions through it, getting rid of frontline, phasing out that. So we are excited about that. Another very exciting area is safety. So safety, we're doing our risk management review, which is slips, trips, and falls, and it's part of the incentive program through PDERMA. So we'll be doing all the facilities, Josh and myself, and taking pictures and finishing out the report through PDERMA in order to get the incentive of the quarterly incentive of $500. So we're excited about that.
And then you received the last incentive. They worked so hard.
Yes, so far we're on a roll. Knock on wood, we're getting a roll. And then we have a safety committee meeting on Tuesday, so we're doing some just reviews of different incident reports to see if there's a way to be more proactive, see if we can reduce those. A lot of them come out of Kids Club. That we'll see if we can do with that, and then just finishing up the DA, distinguished accreditation.
Working on that. Everybody's working on that.
Yeah, actually, I've been
Yeah,
working on
it's
this since 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Forever.
Since I got promoted.
Thank you, Lynn. And Brittany.
Awesome. Rentals are booming. So with thanks to marketing, we've been promoting a lot of our rentals online, and they've been getting big hits on social media. Julie had over 16 tours last month, so it's just continuing. So we're getting lots of rentals at our facilities, which we're really excited about. Pints by the Pond was super successful. The committee is working on a wine event for next year, so we're thinking summer of 2024. So we're researching, getting that planned, but I'll get you guys more information when I know it. And then occasionally I kind of write my report about Kathy and her Zoom classes. So just a feel good. Kathy met someone who's never, been to our park district at all. He's in New York and he goes to our classes. So she had to meet him in person. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Ah.
So we've gone all the way to Spain and other places. So we'll continue to see where we get people. Yeah, that's it for me.
Wine by the Weirs, I'm still calling it that.
Yeah.
Wine by the Weirs.
I know.
We have to get those weirs.
We got a ways to go.
In 10 years, Wine by the Weirs.
There we go.
We'll rebrand it.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Our Director of Creative Development and Community Engagement.
See if I can, I'll tone it down. Marketing staff have been very busy in the past month updating the fun guide. There was some community feedback and some staff feedback. So we've taken their feedback and are adjusting some of the things in the guide for user usability. So we're looking forward. We always appreciate feedback and are always trying to make that product better because it is one of our major marketing tools for the district. So you'll see a few changes. Also, beginning this month, you will begin to notice a new type of social media post on our feed. This aligns with marketing's efforts to fully explore and explain all the amenities and great services that we offer through the district. So you'll notice that we're going to be doing some highlights on the parks, not only highlighting the beautiful playgrounds and facilities, but also highlighting some of the trees and different plantings. Carolyn has been working closely with Alex, and he's given her some beautiful trees. One of his favorite ones are in the area. So we're looking forward to those coming out. Just one more way to let the community know, really understand how we support them and what type of product we have and amenities. The marketing department has also started working on elevating the branding and increasing signage throughout the district. You see a couple of pieces here in this building, as well as some increased signage over at the Eastside Community Center, just to try to just elevating and making sure that everything is very visible and follows branding guidelines. And then also one final, so you know, Shumway Studios has been hired to make a second version, the continuation of the video for the Peace on Earth Bridge. So they have done some preliminary filming and they'll be on-site filming as we're installing and then look through the lighting ceremony. So.
Great.
I just have a quick question about some of that. This has probably been covered years past. Is there any way to advertise in the backpack mails at like RMS and stuff like that? I mean, is that part of it? Because when I get the RMS email, I don't think I see anything from.
Backpack mail is district wide. Like that's in all your.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because like I was trying to get my son to go to the West Main, the Nightmare on West Main, and he hadn't heard of it. His friends weren't talking about it in middle school. I guess I just thought maybe that's just him. And he, I just was wondering, and I looked at it, I was just curious on if that's something that the email that comes out on Fridays that goes to the district, if
I mean, you
park
could
district can
probably.
be
We
part of.
used to be a part of the elementary,
I don't
like back when I
understand
started, like closer when I first started, we did. I'm not sure, I think that it changed a little bit. Yeah.
That's what I didn't know. I didn't know if that was something that, I mean, when they say backpack mail, they don't actually put anything in the backpack,
No.
it's an email.
That's exactly what we called it back in the day,
used to
yeah.
have Backpack inserts, and then the policy changed, and, I don't know.
But now it's an email blast that comes to the parents. I guess I hadn't noticed it, maybe it is in there, but like, my son didn't know about the nightmare on West Elm or West Main. I'm getting it all distracted. And I just didn't know if, maybe it's just him or his group of friends, but, middle school seems like the target audience for that, right?
Yeah.
I just thought, if we could get it, I don't know if the school district doesn't allow that.
Your policies have changed.
Okay, yeah. I figured there was some kind of,
So that's why we do a lot of outdoor signage.
Yep.
Marquees to try and capture, and then capture the parents to remind kids. Yes, feel that's
Okay.
the
okay, just curious about that.
Executive director's report.
But it's definitely a target market.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
That we need to continue to
Yeah.
push. Actually, a lot of adults that think of
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I was gonna go with him, just chat.
Yeah.
All right, this month's executive director, we're gonna start off by celebrating a few things. So first of all, thank you for, if you allow me for the budget to provide Brittany Meyer and I to go to the National Recreation Park Association's annual conference. It was in Dallas this year, we just got back. We celebrated with Alex Engelhardt, Parks Valley Special Recreations Association's executive director. The FBSRA received the best of the best National Award for Innovation for their Sioux Space program. And we had Sioux Space at Windmill City Festival. It's to help children or adults with sensory issues. And it's a safe space for them, a safe haven for them, so they can still be a part of a festival or part of a bigger environment, but it also is more calming for them. And a wonderful, wonderful program, and hundreds of nominations in Parks Valley Special Recreations to the best.
Awesome.
Also, we just yesterday found out we are the recipient of a $50,000 grant from Blue Cross Blue Shield. Wow. And for this national fitness campaign, with this fitness court that we're going to be putting down at Park Island. So gentlemen, thank you. You've been a part of our committee with Kim, Josh, Brittany, and I. And so we're really excited now that $50,000. Katie's already talking about being a sponsor for that wall, because we're going to have on the other side of this platform, we're going to have a fitness court. So it'll be an open area where we can do yoga classes outside. We're basically going to treat our parks like outdoor classrooms. And that's really what our mission is, to start programming more in the outdoors for students.
Awesome.
John's going to teach you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And, yeah, so just good news all across the board. And then speaking of good news, Josh just received information from the city that we are green light to demo 209 South River Street. It feels like
Keep
forever
buying
ago
those
that we
houses,
purchased
Josh.
it. But utilities have hung us up on this one, between the gas lines, the electric, water lines. Yep. And so
Hopefully next week, actually.
wow. Yep, next week, and then that'll create a nice open space right next to that area with the bench. So it'll be no longer an eyesore. So Phil Upstrom's gift is the gift that keeps on giving.
Will it be actually demoed by Park District employees? You've contracted.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Right? It would be.
So where's that?
That's some pretty big.
Yeah.
It's like a break room for you to go and do break stuff. to-
Stress relief, HR.
Safety nightmares.
HR says no.
Well, depending on how distinguished accreditation goes.
That's trouble spectrum.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have had some issues at the Halberty Beach up at the top of Water Street. So we're actually looking up in this photo, looking up at Water Street, but we've had some erosion issues. So So Lynn and Pam and Josh are working with Paderma and maybe we can have some insurance claims since it's natural erosion, stormwaters, they're really taking its toll on the hillside there before me. And there are trees that can potentially topple down. And so there are some risk issues that we're carefully evaluating, and we're going to have the experts on site, engineers looking at this, giving us their best recommendation. The city has rerouted the infrastructure underneath Water Street, so that way the stormwater no longer goes this way, as you can see from the piping. The stormwater was exiting through our hillside, so no longer, the city corrected that, but this summer, or actually early spring, the city is planning on tearing up Water Street at the intersection, still allowing passage for cars to get to our quarry, but they'll be actively working on more infrastructure.
When is that happening? Did you say?
Spring, early spring.
So where is this in?
Yeah, where in Water Street?
At the bottom of the hill,
It's like
region,
halfway
right?
through Water Street. So north or south?
South.
Sorry, south.
Oh.
So we are actively looking for resolution codes, or looking for recommendations on whether or not we're going to go the insurance route or whether we have to hire consultants to manage this as a project.
Insurance would potentially take them to claim that they can actually, alright.
Is this Park District?
Right?
Yeah, insurance.
Yeah.
There's a chance insurance might cover it just because if those trees were to fall, that the liability.
That would be,
Yeah, so it's like proactively fixing it until, yeah.
So it's looked at as more preventative.
Did I hear you say that this partially was caused by rerouting of stormwater from the city? Can we have a conversation with the city?
Yeah, it's hard to tell if the hill failed or the system failed, I guess.
You don't think the water pipe had anything to do with
If we're
it?
saying that that's part of it, I mean, that should be at least in our discussion. I mean,
If the engineering study shows that that was part of it, then I think that would be very large discussion.
yeah, you know, if there was a reroute that, you know, not, you know, intentional, but if there was some sort of reroute that caused some sort of erosion, I would think that'd be worth the conversation.
And then it's been years like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it didn't happen overnight, yeah.
So that's part of it with Paderma, is when they come out to meet us, they're bringing their engineering consultants with them,
We wasn't fixing it.
and then they'll be able
Okay,
to.
that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, the reroute.
So it was eroding and then
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
rerouted to fix it.
You don't fix a
Reroute.
problem that you
Okay.
don't think that you caused.
But the water run of the system itself, something wasn't working
Yeah.
right.
Right,
Okay.
we just don't know what it was.
We don't know what failed.
We don't
Okay,
know.
well, then we'll wait.
And nobody
See.
accelerated the erosion.
Okay, we'll wait
It was
and see
already
what we
happening,
find.
but I think when they rerouted it, so.
Yeah.
They rerouted everything back to Union right now. They're gonna continue to do that. Just next year.
So I encourage you, if you were to travel on Water Street, up at the top of this hill, you'll see that there is a lot of natural erosion. There are trees that are growing sideways on the hill.
It is taped off. The area is taped off right there, so you can tell where it's at.
Okay.
And so the trees were already starting to lose their roots, and then the water just added to it. And then this gives you a very interesting drone look as to the rerouting of Bliss Road. And then where you can see our ball fields on the far right. And so really gives a fresh perspective on the King County Forest Preserve property, which is really south here. We do pay $1 for 50-year lease of that property. So it is close to our market. You can see on the far right. And we also, as you know, our disc golf course had been dismantled and taken down. When we did our community needs assessment, the public said that they weren't interested in us putting the disc golf course back up. So this is where we've been pulling on to basically all the space in the budget.
You mean the extended park that everybody thought it was?
Right. So I just thought this was a fascinating picture that we received from the Learning Department of Transportation this year. But really see just how close the rerouting is to our park. And as Katie and Josh have alluded to, we do have the Peace on Earth Bridge ribbon cutting and dedication, Sunday, November 26th at 3 o'clock. So thank you for the board for letting me know that you can attend. The Parks Foundation is also going to be joining us since they're essentially gifting us the letters from the lighting for the bridge. So that will be the handing over of their fundraising project. And so we're really excited about it. Some more excitement for it's exciting. And we really do hope that all the donors, we have 26 donors that contributed to the project. Yep. And just what a cool story for Batavia, that we said Peace Center year round. And getting that'll be a part of the legacy. And last but not least.
This looks awesome.
You may have noticed.
So pretty, yeah. Good job.
Transformation. So this brilliant design was done by Katie Burgess herself. And the word art was taken from our top workplace survey. The most used words that came from it. You may recognize there's some pretty cool words there. You might find butterflies, might find pets, Patrick County Community Centers in there. But we really are, tomorrow's going to be Judgment Day, our day of reckoning. We as a staff have determined that whether or not we pass this accreditation, at the end of the day, it made us a better agency, even if we didn't, because we learned a lot. It's a benchmark for us. We've been able to put structure in place where there was no structure before, with the turnover that we have had, whether it's due to the pandemic or pre or post. It's really helped us put some structure and guidelines and best practices in place that we can use for the
I'm optimistic.
I am too. I was just going
When
to
do
say
you
that.
find out?
Don't sell yourself short.
We'll find out tomorrow.
You got some good
So
info.
actually, every single department head that we see here tonight is going to be here in this room with me at one point or another. I'll be in the hot seat all day long, but they will be brought in, and everything is digitally uploaded. We're going to review policies that the park board has approved. The last distinguished accreditation we received was in 2014. We were slated again for 2019, but as you know, we were in referendum mode in 2019, so I wrote a letter asking for an extension. So they granted it to us in 2020, and as you know, the world fell apart in 2020. So it's sort of accreditation, and they actually stopped with the accreditation in 2020 and 2021 because they couldn't do it via Zoom. And so they revamped their process, so they're no longer doing re-accreditations, they're only doing accreditations. So every single person here has had to learn this process from the start, from the get-go, which, as you can imagine, is very labor intensive. There's been a lot of sweat equity put into this, a lot of explanation as to why do we do it this way and how should we change it. It's been a really great exercise. It's stretched us all outside of our comfort zones. There have been tears shed. There's been a lot of laughs given over this. But at the end of the day, tomorrow we'll find out, and I just couldn't be more proud of every single person here because they are putting their best foot forward, and we've
gonna
done
go
everything
well.
we can at this point.
Yeah. It's going to go well.
It's an excellent effort.
Did somebody bring donuts and lots of coffee?
Oh, actually, I think Katie's got Daddy-O's.
I got the donuts in the morning.
Yeah.
We got Daddy-O's coming in the morning. And
Ooh.
Nice.
All kinds of food all day. Keep you like
Milestones,
fueled out there.
7:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. nonstop.
Well, we'll be thinking of you.
I know, right?
Please send positive vibes.
You guys will be professionals for when you re-accredit. You do the re-accreditation.
Appreciate the positive vibes. Thanks.
All right. Great work, everyone. Next item on the agenda is new business 15A, approval of the resolution number 298, estimating the amount of taxes to be levied for the tax year of 2024. So I'm going to entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
All right, Tillman,
Aye.
Gray,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
and Hill.
Aye, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is 15B. It's the award of the contract for credit card processing services to Vermont Systems. So entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Isabel?
There you go.
Motion by Val, second by Gray. Any further discussion or any comments?
Just so the board knows, I actually sent Brent a bunch of questions on this, that there aren't any hidden fees. It's, the structure is normal, but I did have a bunch of questions that I just didn't bring up here, but it looks like a really good contract. So.
Thanks for your expertise in that space. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Bell?
Aye.
Gray?
Aye.
Larson?
Aye.
Tillman?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye, motion carries.
I'll save the district of law.
That's what I was saying, when I was reading the breakdown, I was saying we'd be pleasantly surprised by all the money that was saved. And I was like, approved.
And not just that, the customer experience, I think, is going to be much better. The whole tap, the whole using your smartphone, all of that is what people
do,
used to,
yeah.
and it's just going to be that much more cleaner for everybody. Particularly when you get down to the quarry, and that's all they have is their phone with them. And so it's going to be that much better. So it's a good deal.
All right, well, we do not have need for executive session this evening. Any other business to come before the board today? So I entertain a motion to adjourn at 8:04.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tillman, second by Gray. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next month.
Allison, I just wanted to ask you, Allison, did you